Officials in Chicago are bracing for a major immigration enforcement push from the federal government, with city and state leaders clashing openly with President Donald Trump's administration over how far Washington can go in local matters. Over the weekend, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson signed an executive order instructing city agencies not to cooperate with federal immigration officers. His order makes clear that local police will not join joint patrols, arrest sweeps, or any enforcement actions tied to civil immigration cases. Johnson also urged federal agents to wear body cameras and avoid covering their faces, saying the city must be prepared for heavy federal presence that its residents never requested. He says, and I quote, "This could mean militarized immigration enforcement, National Guard troops, or even active duty military on our streets. Our people did not ask for this, but we must be ready." End of quote. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker echoed the mayor's concerns, going further by calling the potential deployment of federal forces an invasion. Pritzker said no one from Trump administration has contacted him directly, fearing his frustration that decisions of this scale were being made in secret. Federal officials, however, argue that Chicago needs their help. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem confirmed Sunday that ICE and Customs and border protections are already active in Illinois and that more resources will soon be added. She suggested that Chicago is not the only city being considered, naming San Francisco and Boston as other possible targets. Noem also noted that Republican-led cities with rising crime are not exempt from evaluation. The Trump administration has long criticized Chicago's so-called sanctuary policies, which limit cooperation with federal immigration enforcement. By launching this operation, the White House is escalating its broader fight with Democratic-run cities, just as Trump is also pushing for wider federal action on crime. On Monday morning, Trump celebrated what he described as victory against crime in Washington, D.C., where federal reinforcements were recently sent. In the same social media post, he attacked the Democratic governors and mayors, including Pritzker, Maryland's Wes Moore, California's Gavin Newsom, and Chicago's Johnson, accusing them of excusing violent crime rather than working with him to eliminate it. Backing up Trump's arguments, administration officials pointed to Chicago's shooting numbers. Just last weekend, 6 people were killed and 24 were wounded in shootings across the city. Over the extended holiday weekend, 52 people were shot, 7 of them fatally. Victims ranged from teenagers to adults in their 40s. Trump himself issued a blunt warning to Governor Pritzker, calling him weak and pathetic, and said the governor must straighten out Chicago's crime problem or face federal intervention. Still, Chicago officials insist they are making progress. The mayor's office highlighted a 21.6% drop in overall violent crime this year, along with that a 23% decrease in homicides. But with federal agents preparing to descend on the city as early as this Friday, the fight between Washington and the Illinois leaders is set to become even more intense.